Everyone, I'm Abdul, and today is our next session. This is the second session. First session we have talked about office equipment, where we included only the PABX. So, how are you feeling today? So, any question, any concern, or anything which you don't understand in the last lecture, last session?
All was good.
Yeah.
It was
Any comments? Any? If you, I can ask you about.
the way you explained us,
Yeah.
it was good. So
We
I think
understood everything,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, that's right.
we better understand that.
It is a bit funny thing, but if I ask you to recap the session, can you do that?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah,
can
of
recap a
course,
few things,
of course,
yes.
yeah.
So, what do you have learned in last session?
So we've learned about the office equipment, the maintenance of equipment, if there's a fault, how to identify it,
Office equipment, yes.
maintenance of equipment,
Maintenance of equipment.
yeah, and
And how to fix problems if we got any problem.
identifying and fixing problems
Yeah.
or issues.
Fixing problem is the
Fixing
same.
problem.
Maintenance of equipment as well.
Yeah.
What else?
How to deal with the person we can inquire about the equipment. If
So
something.
that is something I told about you.
To company to contact with
That is about something to operate the equipment.
Operator, okay.
So, operate the equipment. So, mainly identify the equipment, operate the equipment, maintain the equipment, and service the equipment.
So,
So that was the main 4 points from the last lecture. So, anybody have knowledge about plastic money?
Yes,
What is that?
card money.
Card money.
Using card.
Does it show the? Is it this? If you show the card, that's money.
Yeah, it kind of money.
What else?
so different kind of monies, like.
Like normally we have a printed money.
which is also
But-
plastic money.
Some country have their plastic money. Like Australia have their plastic
Oh,
money.
yeah, that's
But
right.
that money is a kind of notes.
Notes,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes. Whereas the plastic money, these signs over here, what this reminds in your mind. Once you see these signs,
Yeah.
what it comes in your mind?
These are all services that offer.
The bank.
They do on behalf of you.
So say it again.
This one is the company. They do.
We can
transaction on
make
behalf of
payment with these cards
Yes.
to for our purchase or and
you. Yeah.
And what happens if your card's not working?
You contact
Yeah,
them.
we can't.
You
we
don't have
can
money.
use our contact
Plastic
our
money.
bank. We have to contact
Contact the service provider.
yes, service provider.
So what the specific thing is in your mind, which these cards have, whereas the normal currency money don't.
Normal currency can be stolen, you can lose anytime, but the money you have in the card, it is safe.
It is safe. So this method was introduced not to carry the bulk, a huge amount of money or notes in your handbag,
Yes,
in your pocket,
yes.
and or any mode of carrying.
Mhm.
So this is a kind of plastic card
Mm.
which got a chip
Yes,
and specific code,
yes.
and that code and chip is compatible with some sort of machine.
Yes.
So What is the name of that machine?
FPOS.
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 IT machine, FPOS.
Yes, absolutely. So all of these machines, they got a software, which software read the data pertaining to us, pertaining to bank, and also ask us about what specific thing when we are using the card. PIN code. That PIN code has been given to everyone. Don't share your PIN code with each other. Yeah. So these PIN codes are unique. Now the latest technology make it more advanced. It's only identify what?
Internet banking? Online?
Something relating to you guys.
Some
Now,
like your finger.
yes, the thumb impression,
Yes.
finger impression,
And sometimes your eyes also.
your face expression. So
Yes.
they recognize your facial as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
So now you can think where the technology is going.
And so one is my customer is using the ring.
Yes.
The kind
Yeah.
of thing, you know, yeah.
Most of the
Very
time,
surprised me.
they have software. That card previously it was a plastic card,
Yeah.
but now it transferred in your mobile, in your
Mobile,
watch,
yeah.
in your ring.
Yeah.
That ring is an electronic magnetic ring.
Magnetic ring, yeah.
All right. So that kind of phases we are using to deal with our financial matters. So the world is going on a different way.
Yeah, that's-
Everything is different. And it's so advanced and so fast. Previously, we have to queue up in the banks to encash our checks. We have to queue up and make the payments, make the utility bills and all this stuff. But now it's just on a one click. And this one click gives you a lot. So, as you said, for all these cards are the signs mentioning here, they are being used with a FPOS machine. So, in this lecture, we will discuss what is FPOS, how it works, and what are the kind of operational issue we deal with our day-to-day business. All right. So different. The FPOS machine, there's a compact like that, but different banks have their own machines, their own model, and their own functionality. We cannot. The usage of these machines are the same, but their look, their operational manual could be different from each other. Have you had any idea about the operational manual? What is the operational manual?
It tells you how to use the machine. It tells you how to operate the machine. So it's got the instructions to how to turn on, how to do troubleshooting, how to look at, like, understand the different options and all that stuff.
Alright, so if I would like to bullet point operational manual, that means explain you about the operation of equipment. What else?
Operation manual, I think that's all he already told you.
There are something different. Yeah. Operational manual tells you about the parts of machine as well. So if this machine you take out of the box, having a look on this, how do you know what is the functionality of this machine? How are you going to operate that?
The signs on the colors mentioned to what to use.
But the perfect method is to refer to the user manual.
Yeah.
All these machines, they got a user manual. So if we are using this machine, this place here, they got a device which got a Wi-Fi connectivity. That Wi-Fi connectivity connect this machine with the internet. Then the screen of the machine, that is called NFC reader. NFC readers stand for near field communication. So once you tap the card on this screen, it transmits the data from your card, take the image and transmit to the bank. So that kind of specific function this machine is carrying. Alright? Then it's this display. Then the size of the machine you see is very compact, not too big, and easily carried. But don't forget that someone steal from you, you can't take your money.
Yeah.
Because this is useless for them.
Yeah.
They can't use it. So, and this is a kind of mini computer. It got a battery, it got a chipboard, SIM card, and then the motherboard as well. So the battery of this machine normally lasts around 8 hours. If you unplug this machine from the power and leave it for 3, 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours, doesn't matter. It will not turn off. It keeps working. And it helps you in making and taking the payments as well. And one more point is that this is secured machine. This talks with the customer is kind of bridge, mode of communication. It talks to the customer and the service provider, like the shop owner, the business owner, and the bank. And this whole process runs on trust. But with that trust, the specific things are their PIN code, the identification, then the owner or proprietor or the business owner, they have trust on the supplier, on the bank, that whatsoever Mr. X, Mr. Muhammad is paying, it will automatically transfer to my bank through this machine. So do you think these companies provide you these machines for free?
No.
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 In business, everything is money, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Nothing is charity. So the purpose of this business who are providing and supplying the machine to make some money. Who pays that money?
So which one is owner of
Owner.
this machine?
Owner. So if I open up my account with this company, they provide me the machine, I take the money from my customer, and that money comes to my bank, but comes through this company. And this company gonna charge me some rent some service charges for that. Alright?
That's right.
So these are the functionality of these machines. So this machine got a card reader, the chip, which tells you that once you present the card mostly card got a chip as well, a magnetic tape or chip. So these machines read the card and tell you that this transaction is valid or not.
No, no.
So this machine got a printer as well. So that printer called the high-speed thermal printer. And that again, the role of this machine is that it gives you about the information of your transactions. That transaction could be individual, that transaction could be in summary form, and it tells you at the end of the day how much you have made out of this sales. So, anyone have any experience of using of these machines?
Yes.
How you use their machines?
I use this machine with my customers,
Okay.
and when they like to purchase something and they want to pay.
So if you want to make take a payment,
we take a payment from this machine.
yeah, how you do that?
So they use the cards,
Yeah.
and sometimes they put any electronic kind of rings,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes they just touch on the machine, some
Mhm.
this one, some they insert,
All right.
and it's a very safe way to our business
Okay.
in this small
But
machine.
my question is that how you gonna take the payment? If
The
as a customer I came to you,
Yes.
I asked you, do you take cards? You tell me that yes.
Yes.
Now, if I give you my card, what is the first step you're gonna do?
So first step, I give them the money, which one is I'm gonna take from their account.
Hmm?
That much money you have to pay.
How? Okay.
Yeah, and then they use their cards, and the money is
That is your conversation. Your conversation with the customer.
yeah.
What about this machine?
The machine would.
Like I'm a customer,
Yes.
I come to you, I want to make a payment. You tell me that this product is for this much dollar.
Yeah, that's right.
Alright, I said I'm gonna pay you by card. What do you do?
So we ask them, that you want to pay in the pay.
Into the amount.
Yeah, into the amount.
Into the
That's
amount.
right. That's right. That's
Alright,
Into
what
the
else?
amount. And after
Surcharge comes,
yeah.
The charge comes, that's right.
Yeah,
and then we,
they use the card or something.
yeah, and then we take the tap, or we can do inserting, or they can enter
Insert,
the
yeah.
number.
Beautiful. That is the kind of process we are using with these machines to take the payments. Now I will elaborate you step by that what is the functionality of these buttons. So first of all we have to turn on the machine. If machine is turned off, this green button, you press and hold it for a couple of seconds and screen starts displaying and is turned on. The second step we do is we enter the amount whatsoever we are charging to the customer, and once we enter the amount, some of the machine they have automatic function to tell you about the service charges on that transaction. If you want to pay from your own account, from your own pocket, you ignore that service charges amount. If you want to charge that service charges to your customer, you have to punch in that amount as well. Could be in a sense, but where the volume of transaction is like 100, 200, 300. So if we calculate 100 transaction with 30 cents each transaction, could be $30. So at the end, you are losing your $30. Alright. So once you enter the amount, you get the surcharge, and once we get the surcharge, we enter that surcharge amount. Once we get that as well, then we enter the green button. We press the enter, and it gives us the aggregated amount, the total amount. Then we ask the customer, is that a check account, saving account, or credit account? So normally we use these three methods to charge from the customer.